At this time, we'll open a public hearing. We have two things to discuss in the public hearing tonight. The first one will be the rezoning at 1405 West Main in Festus. I would ask that any males that have the hats on, please remove them in the council chambers. Thank you. So the hearing is now open for 1405 West Main Street. Is there anyone who'd like to speak?
Hi, my name's Kirk O'Dear, and we have the residence at 1409 West Main Street, which is directly west of the old church, which is now going to be the proposed daycare center. I did send an email to each council member on the 20th, and I'm here today to urge you to vote this rezoning and oppose it. I have a number of reasons that I'd like to bring up. In addition to the fact that the traffic that is at the intersection of Collins Drive and West Main Street is already congested way past the point of adding a daycare center. I've been at my dad's house. I've been there numerous times. It takes sometimes 10 to 15 minutes just to get out of his driveway. There are no less than 50 buses that come down Collins Drive on any given day. The traffic is already way too congested. There's no light there. There's no way to stop it. And it's only going to get worse if we have a daycare center that's directly across from it. In addition to that, there are numerous daycare centers within a 15-mile radius of Festus. So I don't think there's a need for another daycare center in this area. And then my third point is that the apartments that are directly behind my dad on Westvale, there have been numerous instances of drug use, of domestic violence. I have found needles in my dad's backyard. Those individuals will walk through my dad's yard and the church's property to go to the gas station at the end of Collins Drive. So in addition to those items, I'm asking for the council members to oppose it. Ultimately, I understand that it's your decision to make. And if you pass it through, then I'm going to request and ask that there's a traffic survey that's done or a study done based on the increased number of traffic that's going to happen because of the daycare center. And if that can't get done, the other thing that I'm going to request is a privacy fence between my yard and the church, because I'm not going to be liable if a child decides to come over into my dad's property and does something and breaks a leg or something. So those are my issues. I just wanted to bring them up. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak?
Hello, my name is Ford. I'm the applicant, and I just would like to really respond to some of his comments. First and foremost, within the last 6 months, we've had the largest child care center in the area close. In We Care, they had 225 spots. That has not been replaced. So his notion of there's daycares within a 15-mile radius, every child care center is full right now, and I am expanding my license for my other center to the very maximum that I can. And I'm opening an additional center to help offset the demand that we have right now. I would also argue that the traffic that is there is pretty well going to be about the same, because these kids are school-age children that would be otherwise riding bus home. There's going to be one bus that drops off there for after school care, and anything that anybody would already be driving back there for to pick up their children, they're right there. So his concerns of traffic on the road, it's actually terminating right at the end there, and it's not going throughout the entire road, as well as there is a childcare center that's down there, but they're full. And my approach to this childcare center is for children from the ages of 5 to 12. It is not a typical childcare center. It is to keep children that are otherwise at risk for not being in childcare involved in after-school programs, something that is more tailored to them, and it's not just an afterthought. That's where most before and after school is kind of jammed into other facilities. And I want to keep those kids that, around 9, 10, their parents start saying, well, maybe they can go home because they don't want to go to daycare. I want them to want to come to daycare because it is the best place for them to be until their parents are off of work. As far as his concerns about a privacy fence, I'm going to have a fence anyhow, because I don't want children leaving and going to anybody's yard. That is my concern, and I would not allow that. And state wouldn't license me to have a daycare that allowed people to just walk out the back. So other than that, I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you very much. And hopefully I look forward to doing business in Festus with you.
Thank you.
My name is Mindy Crisco, and I actually live at 1413 West Main. And I've actually called Festus Police Department many times since we've lived there from December 99 to come sit in the driveway and radar. It is a drag strip. So what I'm requesting is stop signs to be put in or speed bumps of some sort to slow the traffic down. I'm not opposed to a daycare, but it's going to be at the prime times of morning of getting to and from the highway. There's times I sit in my driveway 10 to 15 minutes just to back out from traffic for school coming up and coming out and coming up Collins. It's not a left and a right look. It's you have to watch 3 different directions. We do have people that live in the apartments that are our concern. So if there are small children in the daycare, I'm kind of concerned with the people that live in, that's walking up to go to the gas station at 8 o'clock in the morning to buy alcohol. So you putting a fence there that's a little bit of a peace of mind, but it doesn't stop them from jumping over the fence. I've had Festus Police in my backyard because there was a domestic violence from the apartments. She ran down Main Street. They jumped my fence in my backyard and went up Main Street to go after her. So those are just prime concerns, but the traffic is, they're going to have to do stop signs. You're going to have to do speed bumps or both. I mean, it is ridiculous. They pull off Collins. They're hitting the gas. They're not hitting the brake. They're hitting the gas. It's 45 to 55 through there in a 35. I mean, I have grandchildren that live 2 doors up. I'm constantly looking out there. I'm waiting for somebody to drive through either Mr. Godier's yard or our yard. I've already placed 4 mailboxes. The traffic is a major concern at Collins and West Main. It's ridiculous. It was not like that when we moved in, and it's proceedingly gotten worse. We have a brand new subdivision. There's even more traffic. The traffic is a main concern.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak? If not, I'm going to close the public hearing on 1405 Main Street. And I will open the public hearing on 701 South Truman. Is there anyone that would like to speak on that?
Sorry.
Okay, that's all right, Tammy.
South Truman, I didn't know. Okay. Yes, I do have some concern. I'm here to address the bill 4686, I believe. That's the one.
That's
Am
the
I
one.
correct? And I don't know the address. Okay, what I would like to know is the detail of the bills and why. The detail of the bill, what proposes and why. I need a little more information. And second question I have, it is a high and best use for the property. High and best use for the properties. That's some of my question, and maybe you guys can help, maybe answer it later or somehow enlighten me a little bit more that I need to know. In the event of the proposer unwilling, unable to finish the project as intent to propose, what happened next? That's another one. Everything look good on paper, everything smell good, but the problem is over, and that is a problem. So, number 4, I would like to know, with the existing development, proposed development, create any traffic issue? If yes, what is the city willing to accommodate the need of traffic reliefs? Because if I'm hearing, understand correctly, or correct me, I can be wrong, 242 unit, minimum equal to 484 cars, plus buses to service the children in the complex as needed to be. We are 2-lane traffic on American Legion. Then the 5th question, consider that Festus Arces recently purchased the property across the street formally know that we care. Festus planning to use that for early childhood development. How would this development in fact affect the safety of the children? There gotta be more buses coming to that area. There'll be more traffic for parents to pick up the children. There'll be more congested where the traffic relief between that Mill Street and American Legion to Highway A and 61. Where do we go with that? And, you know, I had a mixed feeling about the project. Sometimes I'm excited because the rooftop to come over to give some more, but I'm also concerned because I am getting ready to put in a major development right next door. And that affect what kind of businesses will go into that parcel. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tammy. Is there anyone else that would like to speak?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the council, Mr. Mayor, Christopher Johnson. I'm the attorney for the developer of this project. We have a presentation. I believe this is the clicker for this. I want to thank you all for your time here, and I'm willing to answer and address it.
Sir,
We would do that at the time that the bill comes up, the presentation.
Oh, this is just public hearing
Yeah.
Yes.
comments? Okay.
But you're
I just
welcome
wanted to make sure.
any comments.
Well, I'll save my comments then.
Okay.
Thank you.
all right. Oh, that's fine. Is there any other comments to be made on the property at 701 South Truman? Hearing none, I will close the public meeting on 701 South Truman.